Hi guys, welcome back to Emily and Darlene. My name is Christy. I am Emmalene's daughter, and I am here today for part 7, I believe, of the letters of Jimmy and Pat Meaders. They were Emmalene's aunt and uncle, my great aunt and uncle, and really more like grandparents for me. And so I'm enjoying this so much because I've never really gotten to share these letters with anyone. They've been at my house since he passed away. I've had them in my house for about 15 years, and I've read through them a couple times, most of them, but I've never really had the opportunity to share the details. And so this has been so fun for me, and I hope it's been fun for you. So enjoy the next little section, and I will see you at the end. June 6th, 1942. Dearest Pat, I guess you think something has happened by not getting your letter on Monday. I'm hoping that you will get it, though, but in case you didn't, excuse me this time, for there has been a real good reason for the delay. I meant to write it last night here at Jack's, where I am now, but my mother and cousin came down to see me, a big surprise for me, for I had no idea she would ever do that. They are to be here until Monday morning. They're spending the night Saturday with one of my other cousins here in Jacksonville, so I take this time out to write to one of the sweetest little girls I know, for I feel as if I have been knowing you for a long time. Being jealous of someone is not a bad characteristic, unless you mean it in the extreme. I believe everybody is a little jealous of someone or something. When a person loves someone or something, he or she is obliged to be a little jealous. That is to a certain extent. Then there is another type. That is one who makes their life miserable and everybody else too. I know you are of the first type, for it is hard for anyone to notice it. That is the way I am. We seems to have a lot in common, I think, Pat, for you love to have a good time and the night or right, I can't tell, like I do, and then the way you look at life is like my way of looking at it. I like that in you, for I know we could just spend time talking together and enjoy it. It's going to be nice meeting you, for I believe we can have some real fun together. Hope so, anyway. How is Evelyn at this time of the week? Hope she is well now and getting around again, for I know how it is to want to get out and do things and can't. Take good care of her, Pat, for I want her to be able to have some fun with us when and if I get to come up. Darling, I showed Mother your picture. And you should have heard, or maybe you shouldn't have, for it might give you the big head. Ha! She did make real nice remarks about you. Your eyes and hair, she said, was real pretty. I hope someday you will get to meet her, for I believe you will like her too. Well, darling, as it is getting late and there is a possibility you may get this on time, I will say bye-bye. Lots of love, Jimmy. June 7th, 1942. Dear Jimmy, I know you must think that I'm the neatest little slacker you have ever seen, because I seem to not answer so promptly, but honestly, I seem to be delayed every time I sit down to write. Do forgive me, and someday I'll make it all up to you. Ha! I did appreciate your letter more than anything, because it was so sweet and encouraging. It seems marvelous to find someone who has a Christian viewpoint of everything and yet so patriotic. You must be an awfully nice person to talk to and have the greatest shoulder to cry on. Ha! Really, each letter seems to make you more ideal. I know you were happy to hear that you were quote-unquote Uncle Jimmy, but from what you say, your happiness would have been complete if it had been Daddy Jimmy. Ha! Featured that. This part made me a little emotional of her saying he became Uncle Jimmy, because that's who he was to me and my mom. And so Aunt Pat saying that just, I don't know, it pricked my heart a little bit. Like this was the time he became Uncle Jimmy, and that's what we always knew him as. Back to the letters. I have a time with some of the prospective fathers who wait in the lobby. I give them a magazine or talk to them about various subjects, or maybe kid with them to keep their minds off their worries. The nurse came down one night and told a man that he was the father of a baby boy. He said, "Is it redheaded?" His wife was, and he wanted it to have red hair. The funny part was that he didn't ask the condition of either. I'm so glad that Elizabeth came out all right, and that you were successful in reaching the folks at home. The operator at Macon should have left a message for you to call her when you came in, as that is what all LD operators do that I come in contact with. I surely would love to meet Dick's parents. They must be ideal. I don't think I would consider marrying unless I could always feel the security of the same love that one should through the years. To me, that is what the foundation of one's life should be. Or is it? They must be so happy. My parents at one time were not so close, but they were so engrossed in their children that they had no time for themselves. Besides, I was Papa's pet and took up all of his time. As they grow older, they seem to be more considerate, and Sis's two little girls live with them, and they bring them closer. They seem to be happier now than ever before. Both of them are old and not in too good health, and we made them stop farming very much. They have a large garden and just enough of other things to keep them occupied. All of us put them because we want them to be happy now and take it life easier after having worked all of these years. Mama has her flowers too. We don't have any horses now, but I'd love for you to meet the folks. We try not to let them worry about anything. I have two brothers, 31 and 36, but I don't see them very often because they have their families. I did see them more before I came to Birmingham. They are nice boys and have lots of friends. But Sis and I are much closer. I'm afraid I was thinking about how much farther I would be away from home, and Jacksonville too, so I haven't taken the one in Little Rock. I would love to come to Jacksonville, but that too seems impossible under the conditions. It was sweet of you to think of it. I'm afraid that no matter what ever happened, that you would not get your picture back. You seem to be always seeing everything I do, just looking at me. I only hope that my picture means half as much to you as yours does to me. See you in my dreams. Love, Pat. Was I right? Aren't they the sweetest? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's letter. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Mama does lots of amazing videos about thrifting and more thrifting. She does a lot of that. So if you love thrifting, old letters, ephemera. Do you know what ephemera is? I learned that from my mama. If you don't, we'll talk about that in the next letter, so let me know in the comments. Please subscribe. I know it means a lot to her. This has been such a fun hobby for she and I, and so we hope you're enjoying it. We will see you in a couple days with a thrifting video, and next week with a new Uncle Jimmy and Pat letter. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. I said that already, right? I'm such a professional. So, 15 years ago, and I hear sneezing in the background. Okay, I'll cut that part out. Meaningful, and I think you're gonna love it.